ठीक है. Now again, please all of you know, all of you let me know what's the issue. No issue, all good. That's good. ठीक है. I'll repeat again because we missed the first part in the recording. What we discussed was the y-intercept and the gradient is used to make the equation of a straight line. ठीक है. We have discussed previously what gradient does. Gradient can tell us that if we move horizontally some steps, ठीक है, हम अगर हम x axis पे we move 2 steps, तो y axis पे कितना मूवमेंट आएगी हमारी. Have you ever like gone up a mountain? अगर आप माउंटेन पे चलते हैं, चलना स्टार्ट करते हैं, तो बेशक आप एक डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, बट इन रियलिटी आपकी कितनी चेंजेस आएंगे. वर्टिकली एक अलग चेंज आता है, आपकी हाइट अलग चेंज होती है, और हॉरिजॉन्टली एक अलग चेंज आता है. तो ये जो चीज होती है ना कि हॉरिजॉन्टल अपॉन हाउ मच चेंज इन हॉरिजॉन्टल मूवमेंट, vertical will also change. That is called the gradient. So that helps us to make the equation of a straight line. Y equals mx plus c. Most of you can see it as well, I think. Y equals mx plus c. Most of you can see it as well. Okay. Now, how do we do the further working with y equals mx plus c? We'll be doing that. Now, in this y equals mx plus c, m is basically the gradient, and c is basically the y-intercept. Y-intercept, which I took as the starting point 4. I took 4 as the starting point over here. Okay. Just to explain, I took this value. It's not important right now. The concept was important. I hope the concept is clear. I'm waiting for one student. If she can just enter, I'll start. Chale. This is one format. This is one format of the equation, and then there is another format which we will be using. Okay, that format is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Now both methods are fine, both equations are fine, but the second one I prefer. The reason is there are less mistakes, and you don't need to use the equation twice. You will see how. I will take you to the working, and then you will see, you will understand. Okay? Any questions up till now? If you want to copy, please copy. Take 30 seconds and copy, then I'll move on to questions. If any of this is confusing up till now, don't worry. When I'll be doing the question, it will be clear. कोई सवाल है तो please ask me. If there is any question, please ask me. No questions. ठीक है. Still I'm waiting. मुक्तजा आपने नहीं बताया. रिसाल बेटा आप भी बता दो तो अच्छा हो जाएगा. फातिमा, मरियम. ठीक है. No questions. We'll move on to question. I'm just waiting for one student. Questions. Chalo. Let's first discuss the basic level. Okay. Now, if we look at question number 1, let's look at question 1. Given that y equals minus x plus c, passes through the point 1, 2, find c. This is very easy. This part is very, very easy because we know that in this coordinate system, the first value is x and the second value is y. So we can use this value. We can use these two values in our equation. So I can write 2 in place of y, 1 in place of x, and c will remain as it is. Minus 1 will come over to this side. C equals 3. Okay. Now I still have one question. Can one of you tell me what will be the gradient of this equation? I've written the same equation again. Can somebody tell me what will be the gradient? Can somebody tell me the gradient? No, 3 is the value of C. Try again. 3 is the value of C. That's what we did, right? Minus x plus 3. Who will tell me the gradient? You can compare with the standard form of equation, which is y equals mx plus. G, what will be the gradient? This is a very important question and very important concept. Somebody's mic is open. Now we know the value with x. The value with x is the gradient. So in our question, the value with x is a negative sign only. So basically, we can actually assume that this is -1. We don't have to assume that's actually the value. So -1 is the gradient. This concept is important because at times questions always ask about this concept, and they expect the students to use this concept in solving other parts of the question. Okay, you will see. Let's move on to the next part. Question 2 is same as question 1, so I'm not doing that. Rather than that, I'll do question 4. I'll attempt question 4. Naba Bitta, can you please turn off your mic? Furkan, aap kya keh rahe ho? Why is there an arrow? Arrow kyun hai yaar? Anyway, no worries, I'll continue. Now, if we look at question 4, find the equation of each of the straight lines given the gradient and the coordinate of the point that lies on it. So now in this question, they have provided you with the gradient and any coordinate that lies on the line. Okay, any coordinate that lies. So let's say part 1 tha ye, and I'll do, other than part 1, let's say I'll do part C. Part C is gradient is equals to -3 and any coordinate that. So how do we use this information? We need to know. So the basic format is y equals mx plus c. Okay, I'll do this question in both formats because we learned 2 formulas, right? We learned 2 formulas, so we're gonna do both of them. So we know the value of m. So can I write y equals 1 upon 3x plus c? Can I write that? I need feedback. Please give me feedback. Can I write that? Yes or no? Since I have the value of gradient, can I directly use it? The rest of the people, good. Risal, good that you're replying. I really appreciate that. Other students, please. Mariam, Fatma, hurry up. Yes or no? If it is a no, I will explain again. If it is a yes, I'll move on. Furkan, hurry up. The question is simple. I have used 1 upon 3 in place of m because 1 upon 3 was the gradient. So I can directly do that. That's what this question is telling us about. That's what I've got a lot of yes. That's good. That's good. Mariam, I'm still waiting for your yes. Anyways, so I still need to find C. For that, I will be using this coordinate just like we did in question 1. Similarly, now I can use my x is 0, y is 0. So 0 equals 0. 0 equals 0 x plus c. Sorry, 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 into 0. 1 upon 3 into 0 plus c. So yahan se we are getting c equals 0. Okay, so now our final equation. Now our final equation looks like this. Y equals 1 upon 3x plus 0. So I don't have to write 0. I can leave it as 1 upon 3x. Now this was method 1. What is method 2? y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. In this method, when we directly use the gradient, simultaneously we also use the coordinate. In place of x1 comma y1, 0 comma 0 is also given to us, so we can directly use it. So basically, for part 2, for method 2, we don't need to rewrite the equation y equals 1 upon 3x plus what with the value of c. What we can do is we can simply do it in one go and we will have the final answer. So for this part, we got what? Y minus 0 is y equals x minus 0 is x, 1 upon 3x. It's the same answer in both ways. Now I will do the second part C with both methods. So now method 1. So now then you can follow whatever method you like. Okay. The barber students are going and coming back. Anyways, so y equals mx plus c. Y equals negative 3x plus c. Now I need to find c. I will use this coordinate, these coordinates, x, y, x, comma, y. I will use these. So in place of y, I can plug in minus 5. In place of x, I can plug in 2 plus c. Minus 5 equals negative 6 plus c. Negative 6, negative c will go over to that side. It will become 6, positive 6 minus 5 equals c. C equals 1. Now I have to rewrite showing the final equation, which is y equals negative 3x plus 1. Any questions? Please, if there is any question, please ask me. If there is no question, write no question. That's good. Now let's do the same question with second method. Now you will notice in the second method that I can directly just do the question in one go. That's why I like the second method. A lot of teachers go for the first one, but I go with the second one because it makes me do the entire working in one go. So y minus x1 and y1 will be the given coordinate. So y minus y1 is minus 5 from here equals m is negative 3 from here, x minus x1 from here, which is 2. So y plus 5 equals negative 3x minus plus 6. 5 will be sent over to the right side. Y equals minus 3x plus 6 minus 5. I get 1. But I can show the working as well. Plus 6 minus 5 minus 3x plus 1. Any questions? Any questions? That's what I did. I did find C. Negative 3 कहाँ से आया? Negative 3 बेटा gradient है. ये रहा negative 3. Negative 3 क्या है आपका? Gradient है. तो इस m की जगह I can use negative 3. ये देखिए. जहाँ जहाँ m है वहाँ I can use negative 3. Clear है बेटा? Is the concept clear? Again, I don't want to take names, but Fatma, Hashir, Mariam, Mohammad Furqan, Muqtada, Nabar, Ithal, Sama. Just like a waiter telling the food, the menu. Yes. I need to know if the concept is clear. I need to know if the concept is clear. Mariam, could you please let me know if the concept is clear? How to use this formula of finding equation of straight line? Acha Furqan. Chale. Let's carry on then. Let's carry on. Let's see. We got more questions. Now, if you look at question 3, in question 3, the gradient is not given to us. In question 3, the gradient is not given to us. So, unlike question 4, first we will have to find it. First, we will have to find the gradient. So, equation of straight line के लिए, for equation of straight line, we need two things. We need 2 points. We need 2 points with which we find gradient m, and then we use this formula, y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. In short, these are the steps of finding equation of a straight line. Now, if you have gradient from before, then you don't need 2 points. Then you need only 1 point. If you have gradient from before, then you only need 1 point, just like in question 4. Look, gradient given, 1 point. Gradient given, 1 point. Gradient given, 1 point. So if we, now I want all of you to do question 3, let's say part D. Please do question 3 part D. Any class is going on. Question 3 part D. We still have to learn a lot of concepts. Question 3 part D. जी beta, are you asking something? I've written the formula for gradient. In part D, we will use the given coordinates and first find the gradient, and then we will use the formula. Take another 30 seconds and then I'll do the question, okay? Rashal, could you please let me know which part do you want re-explained? Please let me know through chat, or you can use your mic after 30 seconds. Okay, now I'll do the question, okay? I'll do the gradient, I'll let you know. Okay, I'm doing, please look. Now, for question 3, we can see that the gradient is not given to us, as in question 4 it was given. Okay? So for question 3, we need to find the equation of a straight line, but we do not have the gradient. So what first we're going to do is, we're going to find gradient. Now, I explained in the previous class as well, when you have 2 coordinates, it is up to you, what do you label them as? So now you can label this as x1. If this is x1, this needs to be y1. It cannot be y2. Or let's say Risal says, no, sir, what you're doing is, I don't like it. So what he wants is that he says, sir, Why don't you call this x2 and this y2? He will be right. That's also correct. So it's up to you to choose which set of pairs will be given the numbers 1 or 2. But if x is 1, then y also needs to be 1. If x is 2, then y also needs to be 2. That is the condition. Okay? Anyway, so I'll continue with this x1, y1. Now I'll use these in the formula. So y2 is -5. So -5 minus y1 is 4 upon x2 is -6 and y1 is 4. So I'm getting -9 upon -10. Negative cancel, 9 upon 10. Is everybody getting this? Is everybody getting the gradient as 9 by 10? Yes or no? That's good if everybody's getting it. Now, work is not done yet. Work still left. Okay. Now, we need to find the equation of straight line. This is what we will be using. We will be using this. While using this, now I can use any coordinate. You will notice you might be confused, sir. You said x1, y1. So what coordinates will be used? You have two sets of coordinates. You can use any. You can use 4, 4, or you can use -6, -5. Examiner will accept both workings. So let's start. I'm using 4, 4. So y minus y1 will be 4 equals m 9 upon 10. X minus x1 will be 4. I will need to show some working. Do I have some space? That is, let's erase this part. Erase this. Now, so now I need to teach you one thing, one technique. Whenever you have a fraction in your gradient like this, like the one, so one method is you expand the bracket. That is the one method. You multiply 9 by 10 with x and then by 4. Another good example is that you multiply 9 with these two and you send 10 over to that side. That's easier. So when you will send 10 over to that side, 10 will be multiplied by y and -4 both. So 10y -40. Now I'm not showing the steps. The reason is we have done algebra in last month. We did algebra. So that's not what I'm teaching you. 9x -36. Is everything clear up till now? I need queries. Is everything clear up till now? Is everything clear? Okay, that's good. See. Okay, now we still need to continue our question now. Okay, so 10 -40 will be sent over to that side. So 10y equals 9x minus 36 and plus 40. Plus 40 minus 36 is plus 4. And then you send 10 below 9x and 4. Y equals 9 upon 10x plus 4 upon 10. So from our working, this is our gradient 9 upon 10, which we found right over here. And this is, you will simplify this 2 upon 5. This is what? This is the y-intercept. Although the question is not saying anything about this, but I'm just explaining you or reminding you, this is the y-intercept. Any questions, beta? Question 3 alternate is the homework. Question 3 alternate. Please take, I want somebody to take screenshot. Question 3 alternate parts. That's the homework. Alternate. That's the homework. And then I'll move on to more concepts now. We still have 15-20 minutes of class. Screenshot ले लिया है? Is the screenshot taken? Yes, getting y-intercept as a decimal is fine, completely fine. Not to worry. Yes, there might be one thing. I want all of you to write this down. I want all of you to write this down. You will see that there are two formats. One format is this, and the other format is this. Examiner at times clearly mentions separately for this. Show show your equation in the form ax plus by equals c. Now, if the examiner asks you to show like this, or if he does not ask you, either ways, the working will be exactly same. Only the last part will be different. If the examiner says show this format, you will leave your answer over here, or you will just need to send 9x over to the left side. 10y minus 9x equals 4. If the examiner says show. If examiner does not say, then you will give your answer in this. Now, whatever I have explained orally, please write that in your notes. You can write it like this: the examiner may ask us to show the equation in this format, ax plus by equals c. Okay? So don't panic. Either he asks you or he does not ask you. The working will remain same. The difference will only be the last step. Is that clear? This was an important part, because at times students do not know that, and when they see, oh, the examiner is asking a certain format, how do we do it? You do it exactly in the same way, whether he asks or not. Please write this last line that I have said. The working will be same whether he asks us to show like this or not. Please write this in your notes, because when you will be revising in the last week, this will help. Is this clear? Is this clear? Only Hashir is saying clear. बाकियों को clear नहीं. Good, Risal, good, Samha. Mariam, please let me know if it's clear. Fatma है बाहर गई हुई है. Maisha, please let me know. Okay, now we'll move on to some more concepts, important concepts. Okay, now this is important. This is again very, very important. Okay, let's be very clear about this next thing. What we are doing, since we just did equation of straight line, now we need to know types of straight line. This is very, very, very important. This is very important.